Well, the Richland Bombers game last night, Rob Jesselson, had a big fifth inning and turned the game around and would beat Kennewick 9-4. Story a little bit different here in the twists and turns of this novel. Kennewick with 3 in the 5th, 1 more in the 6th, has tied this game at 5 as we go to the 7th.
Yeah, well, we knew Kennewick wasn't going to go down quietly. I mean, they've scored 4 unanswered here after being down 5-1 earlier in this game. In both of these programs, we've talked about them, just how much history and tradition goes along with these programs, and because of that, these teams, granted they haven't had the seasons maybe that they had hoped for, but they're still going to play with a lot of pride, no matter if it's game 1 or the last game of the regular season.
Well, the starters in this game long gone. Josh Mendoza in to face Trent Sellers. First pitch for a strike, right back with a fastball away. 1 ball and 1 strike.
And then you also got to think about going into the postseason with momentum.
Sellers, an effective game. Drive down the right field line. Well hit, but foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Mendoza effective, a sac fly in the first inning to center, fly to center in the 3rd, and then an RBI single in the 5th. One-two, fastball, strike 3 called. Peg that outside corner. 6th strikeout for Sellers. Christian Berry has walked, grounded out, singled and stolen a base, also scored a run. 1 for 2 on the game. And the first pitch away for a ball. Fastball over but low. 2 balls, no strikes. Two-0. Way up high for ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. Game just at the 2-hour mark. Fastball over for a strike. 3 balls, 1 strike. Three-one delivery. Take it for ball 4. So down to first goes Berry. 3rd walk allowed by Sellers.
Now batting number 20, Casey Perryman.
Casey Perryman comes up to hit. So Perryman up to hit.
It looks like Alex Chapman has come to pinch run for Berry.
So Chandler with the lead at first base. It's the courtesy runner. The pitch for a strike. Perryman with an 0-1 count. And a pitch nicked him. Turned and caught him in the shoulder. So down to second goes Berry, down to first Perryman. So Chandler rather running at first base for Perry. Second batter that Sellers has hit. Chapman down at first. Ground ball to short, chance at 2. Schultheis to second, the throw to first wide, not in time. Corrigan safe at first on the fielder's choice. So Chapman over to third. Force out at second. Schultheis to Benton.
That was a nice job by the first baseman, Tim G, for the Lions. He came off the bag to make the play. And why I say that was a smart play is because you got a runner on third and Alex Chapman, and if that throw gets past Tim G, Chapman easily scores, and that would be the go-ahead run here in the 7th.
So the potential go-ahead run at third. With the game tied at 5 with 2 out here in the top of the 7th. And Gavin March takes one down and in for a ball. So a chance for Richland to jump on top again. 1-0. Low for ball 2. Alex Chapman with the lead off third base. Fastball for a strike, 2-1. Corrigan off first base, being held on by G. Showing a bunt, takes a strike. Runner going to trot down and hope for maybe a throw to try and get that run in and create something, but Corrigan just with indifference down to second base. The runner's at second and third, and March at the plate with a 2-2 count. Has the attention of Trent Sellers. Fastball, strike 3 called. 7th strikeout for Sellers. No runs, no hits. Bombers leave 2. On to the bottom of the 7th inning, tied at 5 here on SWX. Well, Kennewick with a chance to walk off in this game. 7-inning scheduled game. We're in the bottom of the 7th. Richland, 5 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors. Kennewick, 5 runs, 6 hits, no errors. 5, 6, and 7 hitters for the Lions. And Tim G with a ground ball down to second. March gloves and throws him out. 1 pitch, 1 away. Play goes 4-3. Perhaps we'll have some free baseball here. And still 1 more to go after this, scheduled at 7 o'clock. Chihuahua and Hanford. Talon LaFontaine. First pitch down and in from Taylor Johnson. Ground ball, wide to third, speared Corrigan nicely and throws him out. There's that glove of Corrigan coming into play again, Rob.
Man, Corrigan has been unbelievable over at the hot corner today. As we take another look, this one was just a rocket down the third, and he made it look easy. Nice scoop, nice throw for out number 2.
Well, maybe his biggest play of the game was that one last inning. The ball hit over the bag. You look at big plays in games and how innings play out. Easton Stevens, first pitch for a strike. You remember that ball hit off the bag? And
I've got Corrigan, Craig, for 7 putouts so far this afternoon. Yes, he has.
1 ball and 1 strike. Ground ball, wide to third. Here's Corrigan again as he gloves and throws him out. Make it 8. 1, 2, 3 inning. It's a free baseball. We'll go to the 8th inning. Tied at 5 on SWX. know, some free baseball here in this Saturday. Already the third of 4 games today, Rob Jesselson, and we're into extra innings. Richland and Kennewick tied at 5. Big comeback for Kennewick, 3 in the 5th after Richland struck for 2 and went ahead 5-1. And then the tying run in the 6th inning.
They've done a nice job. The Lions have, after being down 4 runs, like you said. Trent Sellers has been a big part of that. Sellers came out of the bullpen, has done a nice job at handling the Richland lineup. Also coming up with some big hits at the plate for the Lions.
Had a lot of changes in this game, courtesy runners and some different batters, and home plate umpire Dan Kloss going between the coaches right now and making sure that with all the changes we have everything right.
That's still Sellers out there on the bump.
But there's a discussion between Lenny Ayers and Grant Richardson. So I think just trying to make sure we've got all the changes. There have been a lot. We got a lot of changes in the lineups here between the clubs so far and keeping track. So right now Greg Mitchell comes down and joins the conversation with Klaus back behind the plate.
It looks like Cooper Shelby is going to head out to right field. Or Shelby's going to center. So they're making some last-second changes here are the Kennewick Lions.
So Warren in right. Loftus comes out. Shelby in the center.
And now Loftus is going to head to second base. Came back to the dugout to switch gloves.
So it'll be the third second baseman of the game. For Kennewick. So 3 guys have played second base in this game. One of those you're glad you're not the official scorer, but at the same time we're trying to keep track as well. Line drive foul off the bat and sent down the line. Derek Harder tried to stroke one inside that first base line and just missed. Harder is struck out, sacrifice, and an infield hit. Swings, pops it up, straight back and out of play. 0-2. Cloud overcast completely, but no lights on as of yet. Pop up, first base side, foul. So still there with an 0-2 count is Harder. Adam Weisenfels, then Kevin Augustine. 9 1-2 hitters here as we're into extra innings at Gesa Stadium. Into the 8th, tied at 5. 0-2. High fly ball. In on it. Center fielder in, but the second baseman Loftus says, I've got it, and he does. 1 down.
Now batting number 7, Adam Weisenfels.
Adam Weisenfels hit with a pitch his last time up. Singled in the 5th. He's grounded out twice. 1 for 3 officially and has scored a run. Fastball from Loftus away for ball 1. Each team with 5 runs on 6 hits. Fastball up and outside for ball 2.
Now, Sellers has done a great job on the mound this afternoon, but pretty consistently he's fallen behind in counts.
Hit in the air foul, first base side, out of play.
And of course, as I say that, he gets back into it. But he has done a nice job of getting back into counts. He's fallen behind 2-0, 3-0 on multiple occasions. He's come back to get hitters.
Struck out 7, walked 3. He's hit a couple of batters. Down in the dirt, ball 3. Sellers has allowed 3 hits. Fastball high, and there's walk number 4. In fact, all 3 hits came in the 2-run 5th inning that Sellers allowed.
Well, he's got a challenge now, especially with Weisenfels on first. As we mentioned earlier, Weisenfels has good speed.
Kevin Augustine. Fastball high and away for ball 1. Augustine has walked 3 times. He scored twice, stolen a base, struck out in the 6th. So officially 0 for 1. Shows bunt, takes a strike. DH Chase Mooney on deck. Potential go-ahead runner at first. Adam Weisenfels being held on by Tim G. Fastball. That one missed. 2-1. Fastball over for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Throw over to first and diving back, Weisenfels. Sellers spins, throws high, and safely Weisenfels back. Popped up straight back and out of play. So we'll do it again with a 2-ball, 2-strike count, 1 away, top of the 8th inning. Weisenfels at first. Two delivery. Just getting a good protection of the plate, reaching out, fouling it off Augustine.
Yeah, nice job there by Augustine, reaching out, able to get the bat on the ball and stay alive.
Pretty good lead. Weisenfels at first. Pitch inside, ball 3. Here it gets interesting again, a 3-2 count, 1 away. Weisenfels at first. Do you put him in motion here?
I think you do. He's got good speed. Although Collier has shown he's got a gun behind the plate.
There he goes. Ground ball on the grass at third. Scooped up LaFontaine. Throws him out. Runner going to third. The throw in time. They got him. G to LaFontaine. How about that for the 3rd out? No runs, no hits, nobody left. On to the bottom of the 8th, tied at 5. You're on SWX. Well, a unique double play, Rob, to end that top of the 8th inning. Nicely turned in. LaFontaine at G. 5-3 and then 3-5 right back.
Yep, they worked that play to perfection. A huge inning-ending double play as they now come to bat in the bottom half of the 8th.
Cooper Shelby, third guy to hit in the DH spot here in this game. Infield single in the 5th. Fouls it off. Next one down in the dirt from Johnson. So Shelby taking over in center field in the top of the inning. Fastball up and outside for ball 2. If there is a 9th down the left field line, Austin Macias, a left-hander, is throwing for Kennewick. Pitch swung on and missed. 2-2 the count to Shelby. Well, at the start of the game, Shelby was a starting pitcher, and he swings and misses, strike 3. One down.
14, Bryce Warren.
First strikeout for Taylor Johnson. Bryce Warren hit with a pitch. Out twice. 0 for 2. Fouls the first pitch back. One ball, one strike pitch. Hit in the air to right center field. Right in his tracks is Mendoza. Went over and makes the catch. 2 down.
Number 12, Jacob Schulteis.
So 2 up and 2 down. Shelby the strikeout, Warren the flyout. Jacob Schulteis.
Schulteis has made it on base his last 2 at-bats. Back in the 5th, he was hit by a pitch, and in the 6th, he walked. Came around to score one of those times.
Came in to score in the 5th inning. Thrown out at the plate in the 6th. Nobody on, 2 away here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Extra innings here at Gesa Stadium. Fastball away and a 1-0 count to Schulteis. Loftus is on deck. 1-0. That one drilled to right. Coming on the run and making the catch in right field is Josh Mendoza. Caught that one right around the knees. 1-2-3 saga in the 8th for Kennewick. On to the 9th, tied at 5 on SWX. To the 9th inning of this 7-inning scheduled game. Craig West along with Rob Jesselson. And we have had quite the afternoon of baseball. Still more to come after this one. With Chiawana and Hanford up next. So to the 9th inning we go, and out to answer the bell, Trent Sellers. Chase Mooney takes the first pitch for a strike. 0-1 the count. Line drive, base hit left field. Sellers to his left. Gets the ball back into the infield. So Mooney with hit number 7 for Richland.
Now batting, number 23, Josh Mendoza.
So the potential go-ahead runner aboard here in the 9th inning. Bombers get that leadoff man on at Josh Mendoza. Driven in 2 in this game. First pitch high for a ball. And a sac fly in the first. RBI single in the 5th. Up in the grass at third, LaFontaine. Pitch fouled at the plate. 1-1.
Mendoza, another great athlete for this Richland Bombers baseball team. We talked about him a lot as well during the fall season. Another star on the Richland Bombers football team that, of course, played in the 4A state title game.
Shows bunt, takes a pitch down and away. 2-1.
In fact, if I remember correctly, Craig, Mendoza actually fractured his thumb late in the season, wrapped it up, and continued to play.
2-1 bunt, pushes up the first base line, rolling. It's going to die. Third of the way up the line, fair ball, base hit. Well, smart play to let it roll. But that is a groundskeeper bunt.
Yep, gets that big hop, and then that thing just died basically right on top of the line. Kennewick hoping the ball was going to hit the lip of the grass and roll foul. Unfortunately for the Lions, that's not what happened. So here's Christian Berry, and if I was a betting man, Craig, I would be thinking he's going to try to put a bunt down as well.
Number 5 hitter, Berry, on 3 times, 2 walks, and an RBI single. 1 for 2, throw to second. Mooney chased back to the bag. Mooney the lead off second, Mendoza at first. Swings away, fouls it off first. 0-1 to Berry. Casey Perryman. Looks like Cade Musak in that on-deck circle. Come back in after Perryman had taken over. One ball, one strike. Over for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sellers has struck out 7. And he could use one here. 1-2 the count. Just did miss. Had that look into the home plate umpire, Dan Klaus, and thought he had it. Nevertheless, it's a 2-2 count to Berry. Fouled away.
Berry walked and scored in the first, grounded out in the third, lined a base hit to left in the 5th, and back in the 7th he walked. So he's 1 for 2 on the day.
That one fouled away, in and out of the glove of Collier behind the plate. So still there with a 2-2 count. Christian Berry. Collier out from behind the plate, out to talk to Sellers. Berry all the while waiting at the plate. Now here we go. Mooney at second, Mendoza at first. High pop, first base side. This will turn and leave the yard again.
will turn off foul balls to the nearest dugout.
So the count stays put, 2-2. Top of the 9th inning. We're in extra innings. Game tied at 5. Richland at the plate. Line drive. Back is second. Juggled. They're only going to get the one play at first base. Going for the tag was Schuldeis. Couldn't get Mendoza. It was safe at second.
Now batting number 24, Kate Music.
So he went for the tag, juggled. Couldn't make the tag. Schuldeis, presence of mind, got the out. 6-3 at first. Runners move up 90 feet. Mooney over to third, down to second, Mendoza.
As we take another look, just a soft liner back through the middle. Schuldeis with the presence of mind to still make that throw to get the one out at first base. Looks like we're going to have another pitching change.
Austin Macias had been throwing down the line, and it will be Macias to come in for Sellers.
And it looks like Loftus will head back to center field, and Sellers will head back to second base.
So it'll be the fourth second baseman, technically, of the game.
Now on the mound, pitching number 29,
And
Austin Macias.
Loftus, even though he reslots back in, the third center fielder of the game. And now Macias warming up out on the mound. So he bats right, throws left. Macias loosening up. So as he gets ready with Braden Collier, he'll inherit runners at second and third, both a responsibility of Trent Sellers. So we look ahead to the bottom of the 9th inning. Kennewick will have the top three hitters. So Loftus, Sellers, and Collier to come up. But now Macias, as he takes over on the mound with his game tied at 5. Gets to deal with Cade Music. Music had an RBI single in the 3-run first for Richland. And they jumped out to a 3-0 lead. Infielders are up. And the first pitch caught the inside corner. Slow curve for a strike. So the infield up. Dealing with Mooney down at third. Off speed into the hands. That one foul tipped into the glove of Collier for strike 2. 0-2 the count.
Nice job by Macias coming to this ball game with a lot of pressure on his shoulders, and to jump ahead 0-2 in the count, that's a good piece of work.
Had 0-2 in the count. Caught him with a curveball. Hit him in the arm. So now the base is full. And definitely what you didn't want when you're ahead of the count 0-2, and Macias plunks him. Kyle Corrigan been an integral part of this game down at third defensively. And an RBI single and stole a base in the first. Since then, quiet. He's grounded out, struck out, and on at a fielder's choice. 1 for 4 officially with that RBI. But he's got the bases juiced right here. Slow curve, and that one nicks him. And he volunteered to take that one in the forearm. And they're going to go to the pen. So Macias hits Music, and now he hits Corrigan, and his second RBI of the game. So Mooney in to score. Mendoza to third. Down to second goes Music.
Looks like Christian McWayne in to pitch for the Lions. So Macias throws just the 4 pitches. Got ahead in the count against Music, was 0-2. Then his next 2 pitches, he runs them inside and hits 2 straight batters.
So McWayne becomes the 4th pitcher. Richland with a run in here in the top of the 9th inning has taken the 6-5 lead.
Certainly not how you want to surrender the go-ahead run here in the 9th inning. We talked about the importance of this game, Craig, for a few big reasons. First of all, you want to end the regular season with a W.
It's like Nolan House, I believe, going to go down to second and run for Music.
And second of all, with a win, both of these teams can move up in their respective standings.
Well, it's going to be Zorich, the pinch runner. So down at second base, Trey Zorich. Richland with a run in, looking for more. Bases loaded, 1 out. And Christian McWayne, the 4th pitcher of the afternoon, dealing with Gavin Marsh. 6th hitter in the inning. The last 2 hit with pitches. Music and then Corrigan with the bases loaded. Put the Bombers ahead. Fastball fouled away. Left side, out of play.
That one was back towards the SWX trailer.
Every once in a while, that'll get plunked. You were nice enough to give them warning it was coming their way. Fastball fouled to the screen. A couple of weeks ago, they got nailed at Hanford High.
Yeah, they thought it was crack of thunder or something right on top of them.
So that was good of you to warn them this time. I think it's more fun to just let them figure it out when it comes their way. 0-2 the count. Gavin March. Christian McWayne with his hands full here in the 9th inning. Fouled away right off the end of the bat. McWayne, right-handed all the way, is a junior. 0-2 pitch. Down and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Working from the first base side of the rubber. He's set. Breaking ball. That one delivered high for ball 2. Nowhere to put March. Derek Carter is on deck. Inside in the dirt, ball 3.
Pretty nice at bat here by Gavin March. Fell behind in the count, 0-2, fouled off a couple of pitches and finds himself with a full count, like you said, nowhere to put him. So he's going to have to get a good pitch here.
He jumped out on top of the count, now behind 3-2, hit in the air, third base side. In pursuit in left Sellers. Can he get there? He can't. The ball will land down in that third base area. And out of play. So Gavin Marsh walked a couple of times and struck out. Also hit a comebacker to the mound. But officially 0 for 2. McWayne. High pop. In on it, the left fielder Sellers makes the catch almost to the infield, so no advancement by the runners. March with a pop to left to Sellers, 2 down. Bases remain loaded. Richland with a run in has a 6-5 lead here in the top of the ninth. And Derek Harder, infield hit, also a sacrifice, is struck out and grounded out. 1 for 3 officially. And McWayne, he offers one down in the dirt. Good save, Collier.
Yeah, great stop there by Collier. Saved a run. He's been solid behind the plate all day today. He's caught all 9 innings. Has thrown a couple guys out.
In on the hands, a swing and a miss. Good fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Not a lot that Harder was going to do with that. 7th hitter of the inning. That one, a change up, down and away, 2-1. Mendoza down at third base. Zorich at second. Corrigan at first, not being held on. 2-1. To the screen, way outside, but runners will stay put. Ball rockets right off the padding behind home plate back to Collier, so Mendoza hangs on down at third.
You know, that's something about Gesa Stadium here. It's not a very deep backdrop, especially with that pad right behind the plate. That thing just sprung off the backstop and came right back towards the plate.
3-1 pitch. In for a strike. 3 balls, 2 strikes to count. Runners will be going with the 2 outs and the full count to Harder. So McWayne with a chance to close it out and limit the damage, offers one down low for ball 4. Mendoza in to score. Over to third, Zorich. Down to second, Corrigan. And with the free pass and an RBI, Derek Harder. So 2 in here in the ninth. Richland the 7-5 lead. And Adam Weisenfels grounds one, back is second, fielded there. Sellers gloves and steps on the bag for unassisted. Damage is done. 2 runs in, 2 hits, and they lead 2. On to the bottom of the ninth, last chance for Kennewick, trailing 7-5 on SWX. So Richland, 2 runs. Well, they utilize some interesting ways to make things happen. First pitch swinging to start business here. A fly ball to left field. And right off the bat, Frank Loftus flies first pitch to left fielder Kevin Augustine. 1 up, 1 down. Well, the first pitch will be in the next 20-30 minutes at the conclusion of this one, which I'm sure that Kennewick would like to extend. Trent Sellers swings and misses.
Man, check out the shift put on by the Richland defense. Kevin Augustine, the center fielder, is playing more like a left center.
Really playing Sellers to pull. Sent a double into single. Has driven in a couple of runs in the game. Swings. Hits it to right field. And that's going to drop in for a base hit. So much for the shift.
Yeah, Mendoza was playing more of like a right center. And that was a nice job there by Sellers to find the hole on the right side.
Well, Mendoza, and he had the challenge there. Take it the other way, and that gets the potential tying run to the plate with Braden Collier. Well, again, whenever this game ends, it'll be 20, 30 minutes afterward, and we'll be back on the air. Fastball down and in. Guess we've already got one lineup. Doubleheaders can be interesting. Inside corner for a strike. Counted 2-2 to Sellers. High fly ball, right field. Over on it, Mendoza. He'll make the catch. And Kennewick down to its final out.
Kennewick, 25, Tim G.
So Tim G with an RBI single in this game, 1 for 4. And the first pitch to G fouled away in the count 0-1. Well, Taylor Johnson pitcher record out there trying to hang on to this one. Fastball inside. Ground ball foul.
So the Lions down to their final strike.
1-2 the count.
And if history tells us anything, Craig, being down to your final strike does not mean anything. I believe Chiawana was down to their final strike yesterday.
Yes, that's true. Came back, won the game. Up and outside for ball 2. Pitchers of the record, by the way. Johnson and Sellers. 2-2. Curve fouled away. Back off first. Tying run at the plate. Sellers at first with the 1-out single. And this one fouled back. So still alive. G at the plate. Richland with 2 in the top half of the ninth has taken the 7-5 lead. Two. Base hit right field. On his way to third goes Sellers. So runners at the corners. Well, as you talked about last night, got down to that final strike, and you're right. Doesn't mean a thing is Talon LaFontaine. Have a runner at first. Logan Padilla will take over for G. And LaFontaine, sacrifice fly and RBI in the 5th. When Richland picked up 3, picked up 1 more in the 6th, tied the game to send it into extra innings. Here we are in the 9th, and they're threatening. And the pitch over for a strike. 0-1 the count to LaFontaine. Ground ball in the hole at short. Backhanded, the long throw, not in time. run scores. Sellers in. And LaFontaine with an infield hit and RBI. So Sellers comes in. Weisenfels makes the play, but threw wide and pulled Barry off the bag. Easton Stevens fouls the first pitch back in the count at 0-1. So it's a 7-6 game. Tying run at second, Padilla. Chopper foul. Right down to Lenny Ayers coaching at third base. So again, we're down to our final strike.
Whatever that means. Right.
Came just short of 3 hours. Johnson set. Strike 3 called, and that is the end of the ball game. Kennewick gets a run in the 9th inning. Here's your totals. Richland, 7 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors. They leave 11. Kennewick, 6 runs, 9 hits, no errors. And on the game, they leave 9. Time of the game, 2 hours and 54 minutes. Winning pitcher Taylor Johnson, losing pitcher Trent Sellers. For Matt Funk, Ian Green, the entire production crew, Rob Jesselson, Craig West will be with you in about 20-30 minutes with the nightcap. Chiawana and Hanford up next here on SWX.